Welcome back. Shout out to the Wolves and the Ninjas. So I was thinking, I seen this video yesterday, and it was a woman talking about giving birth. And how scientifically they discovered that when sperm enters the egg, right, a flash of light happens. And they got me thinking. Got me thinking. So, I want to talk about that real quick while I'm finishing this up. Taking my little breaky break. So, when I heard that, right away, my knowing and belief and studies of life comes from a man. Women don't. You're not the creator of life. You know? Like the Bible said. And I've said this many times because if you look at things in the basic forms, without the books, you can easily see that life comes from the man. Now, people debate it. Hey, good morning, man. People debate it, but when you look at the evidence, I'm sorry, ladies. Gotta take an L on this one. Spiritually and scientifically. Because sperm is alive. You can tell it's a life form. An egg doesn't move, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. Like a shell. Waiting to be filled with something. It's sort of like a body. The infinite circle. And then the brain and the spinal column crawls up in it, and then you get to form the body around it. Sort of like yin and yang, right? Sound the horns. So that made me think, alright, now women are catching up. A lot of women already knew this, and ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new talked about. It's just catching on. And as I'm watching it, like they showed the video of it, and I guess they used their microscopes, and I guess they, I'm sure they've known this for a while. And that leads me to, what is the light? The sperm's already moving around. It's already animated. It already has a time clock of life. What's the spark? Could that be your soul going in? You know? Like my father did say, I made you from the dust of the ground. Maybe that's why we call women Mother Earth. And since, call Father Time, because that determines everything. We all got a certain amount of time. Which leads me to think about scientifically about black holes, right? And how people don't know what they are. And how light can't escape it, supposedly. But then they seen black holes that are shooting light out of it. So, and that makes me think, because my father said, I created you. You're my greatest creation. You're the masterpiece. And as a person that does art, I always thought to myself, what would make that a masterpiece, You got the angels, your first sons. They got all these wisdoms and powers and all these boogity things nobody even fucking knows about. All this wisdom and knowledge and, all this stuff. And then I realized about Father Time. As you get older and you keep doing something, you only keep making that better and better and better. Like my raps, or most people's raps, are nothing but a statement. Most people's career of rap is usually their first album if they don't sell out and try to just go some completely else with it. Because we rap about what we go through and what we, want to say. And then you enhance and you just saying the similar songs but better ways, Give me a second, I need to get a water. So, I like to connect all these things and, try to make sense of it, because it seems like a lot of things are similar. Now, to bring it all together with the black hole and the egg and the light and the sperm and seems like what people, say about certain things spiritually or whatever is becoming more scientifically known. Like, at least to me. Good morning. And it's just strange. Like, I don't know how to wrap my finger around it. Because it's not like something too, like, I don't know, I guess like some guys use these facts to be dominant or whatever. To me, I ain't thinking about that. I'm thinking about like things like they say the portal to this world is a woman's womb. And then it makes me think about how important it must be and how you should take care of it. said in the other video, femininity is something to be protected. I heard that, so I'm not quoting it like I made it up. But I like it. It's the truth. Things like that make me understand why men, so far back in those days, did so much to protect women. Like, I used to have a theory that at one point in the game, majority of men understood. Like the yin and the yang. Because it was all out in the open, It's right after everybody got caught. And everybody was like, to me, I don't know. Wasn't there. But it seems like everybody was like, whatever. These guys want to bring a new world. I don't want to, but, it's going there anyway. Let's set up some boundaries, And it seems like the women and children were the boundary. Like, women don't understand, all these, crazy jobs that men did to build the world and shit. It wasn't like they were gonna get out alive, Wasn't wasn't really, 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 really hard. A lot of them didn't even get to see their families. There's so many jobs where you gotta leave for months. You know what I mean? You gotta leave for months, maybe years. Like, I was watching some shit about Dubai and how, they built that place up in a fucking, to what it is today. And me being a young man, but old man in the middle, old but young still. I remember when I was a kid hearing about that place when it was just talked about with oil and all that. Now I'm seeing, the largest fucking buildings in the world and all this other shit, right? But people are talking about how you actually get shit like that built. And it ain't all fair labor. And just like I said, all those people went over there for a better future. They didn't realize they was going into a fucking nightmare, and they was good right where they was at. But they loved their families and their children. So, we all want better. Unfortunately, they didn't get it. They got railroaded. Just like many, many, many other men in the world. That's why I get angry when so many regular men get this bad rap. The rock faces, the average, the whatever. I don't care what you are. We are literally the foundation of the world. And now, before when we built it and shit, and couldn't be replaced, now they can. Now it's just all about maintaining it. This world it's really crazy. Anyway, we're gonna make a part 2 to this, because, like I said, it's just a thought. I want to see where this goes, where this leads me. Gotta start looking some things up and seeing what I learned and seeing, maybe there's other meanings that, like fucking child stories and shit. Sure, there's a lot of rabbit holes. A lot of stories about mirrors and towers, sound horns, child abuse, all these things right in our faces. Yet we don't even know what they mean, really. Yet at the same time, we do know what they mean. It's strange. Anyway, shout out to the wolves and salute to the ninjas. Hope y'all have a good Saturday morning. All love, all praise to the Most High.